Hey beautiful people, what's up my good people? It's your girl Jane Mwangi. I'm back again with a very interesting video, kama kawa kama dawa. And guys, today I just want us to talk briefly about some of the things that happen in our lives and kinda make it look like it's normal, but it's not normal. Those are some of the signs and symptoms that something is happening, and not just something. It means that your mind is kind of occupied or overwhelmed by something. And guys, before we do anything else, let's just get straight to what I'm about to share with you this day. So stay tuned, like this video and share it with your friends. So this is what happened. Previously we talked about things you need to know about driving. So this video is driving related, and the reason I'm sharing this is because I feel like it's important for some of the new drivers out there to know. And this is my own experience and my own ideas and my own opinion. How it is gonna, what you're gonna do with this information, it's up to you, okay? So this is what happens to me when I went to drive, like just recently, like 3 days ago. So the first time I left home, and I was kind of last minute leaving, and I took the shortest route possible in my map. So whatever option the map gives you, there's always a shorter route, a longer route, like there are always options. So for me, I took the shortest route. That meant that's the shortcut, but by the end of the day, I'm gonna get where I'm going. I leave the house very well, and I get to the road. I follow my map until I get to joining the highway where I was supposed to join. Tell me why I'm in the last minute and I just decide to take a wrong, what is it called? A wrong lane. So for everyone who is driving, you know, when you're following map, there's this thing that's like you're just following how it's going, and then there's the number of lanes on a road, and then it tells you take like the last right lane that's gonna exit, and then you exit on the either the first exit or the second exit. So it happens that the first exit and the second exit, oh my god, and the second exit are way so close. Like the first exit is going on the wrong direction, where the second exit is what I'm supposed to take for my right exit. Am I making myself clear? So I happen to just join the first exit, and my god, I took the shortest route. That means I passed like behind, like I went around behind the house so that I can join the road from this angle. And tell me why I left the road where I was supposed to pass in front of the house and go straight and then divert to get to join the highway at that angle. So why is it on earth that I have to go back again to where I was supposed to pass the long cut and start again? Really? So I just exited and I realized I've made a wrong turn. Luckily, it was not a wrong side. It was just a wrong exit I took, but it was on my right side. So I took the good thing about the map is always diverting, or is always changing or rerouting to where you're supposed to go. So it's gonna take you to somewhere you can make a U-turn and then go back. So the worst part about highways in this country is when you get a wrong exit, like when you get a wrong lane to join the highway, it's gonna take you to the next exit where you can exit and then you can rejoin the highway again. So tell me why where I'm going to join the highway again is more like it's not like more complicated, it's just going back. You have to like go back for you to come back again to where you were supposed to join. That one surprised me so much, and I went all the way to where I was supposed to go, still thinking about how I missed my first like lane, and that was okay. Tell me why on the second day of my drive to the same place, I'm like, you know what? So because that previous day route has a very confusing like turn, like where you join the highway, For people who know, like, I was supposed to join highway from Black Creek to highway 400. Yes, and highway 400 to highway 401, where at Jane Street. Like Jane Street, I think passes under, or I think passes under. So I'm supposed to pass Jane Street and then take my 401 from 400 to the west. Yes, to the west. So I take 401, I take 400 and then take 401 to the east. That was so not good. Okay, so the next day I tell myself, because the turning at 401 east, no, 401 west has a very sharp merry-go-round, like it's a whole, almost a whole 360 circle for you to join the highway underground, like under the overpass. It's a whole 360. So I'm like, because that circle made me feel like that, I'm like, I'm not going to that circle again. It's so risky, and by the time you're joining highway, you start feeling dizzy. No, I'm not going there again. So what am I going to do? I'm gonna use the long car that I know and I am very sure it's safe for me. And the round, like the circle for you to join the highway, it's just like a sea, like a broader sea. So that's not so bad. So I leave the house so well and so comfortable. I drive all the way towards the highway, and tell me why again. Yes, it happened again. The second day, I had to take again 401 East. Really? Second day consecutive? At this point is when I realized, no, something is not okay. Something is not okay. And I'm just taking the right lane. Like, this is the exit, and where I'm supposed to exit is just the next. Like, it's how many meters? You can even run in 30 seconds and get to the next exit. Really? So I exit, and then I realize, shit, I'm done. So my map has to reroute again and take me further from my distance. Like, I was supposed to get there like 5 minutes earlier, and then now I have a delay of like 5 minutes. I'm gonna arrive 5 minutes later. How that happened, I'm still trying to understand. No. Oh God, no, that couldn't happen. The next day, no. So I take the exit, I just follow my rerouted route, and then tell me why I have to go all the way to Dufferin and Yorkdale to exit and then come back with the highway 401. Oh my God, that place is so busy and so much traffic. Honestly, I won't even lie, that was so much stressing. And then tell me why my rerouting changes everything from the route I'm used to. It takes me to a totally different route, because normally I exit at Islington North, and through Islington I take highway 409. Tell me why my map is telling me continue straight on highway 401 towards Brampton. Really? Me and the perception and the mindset and everything about me driving in Brampton is nuts in my mind. No way I'm going to Brampton. And then I'm here thinking, when I passed Islington, I've passed Martin Grove. Now here I am, I can see the next exit is gonna be Carlingview, and I'm like, wait a minute, am I still heading to the same direction? Is my map taking me to somewhere else I don't know? Did I change my address, my final destination? Oh my God, all this I'm thinking in my mind, and I'm all alone in the car trying to justify I put the right address. And time is running. I'm supposed to be where I am at a specific time. So I don't have time to waste or risk me not going to the right address. So what do? I exit in a lane that that is familiar to me. That is Carlingview. I'm like, if I exit Carlingview, I'm gonna at least track myself to where I am going. I can be able to manage the routes. Cause I was looking at the highway map on the on the phone screen, and all I can see is a stretched blue line of where I'm supposed to drive all the way to, and it's not even showing me, like, the next place it's showing me is saying that I'm gonna exit at Dixon in Brampton. All I know is I'm not going to Brampton, man. I'm going to a different place. So I exit at Carlingview, and you know what happens? As I'm driving, I check my map and it starts rerouting again because I exited where the map was not supposed to exit. So it reroutes and it shows me I'm going back to highway again, the same highway I left. Really? So I'm here wondering, because if I try to zoom in, at this point, remember, I'm not even touching my phone. The fear I have on the road of touching my phone when I'm driving is like very huge, because the stories people will tell you about how bad it is in situations where if a police catches you on your phone, like hands on your phone, man, no, I'm not risking that ticket. No way, no. So what do? I stop beside the road, I put my hazards on, and I take my phone. So checking, that is where I realized my map is rerouting me back to the highway. And that is the shortest route, because when I exited at Carlingview, my map rerouted, and instead of arriving like 3 minutes earlier, it extended another 3 minutes. So that's another 8 minutes plus the initial 5 minutes I went all the way. No. So I was like, no. Either way, I have to go back to that highway. And what's the time? The time is a rush hour. Everyone is on speed. Tell me why. Where I stop and put my hazards on, it's just 50 meters from where I'm supposed to turn left. And where am I standing? On the far right. So what do I have to do? Make a left turn in a 3-lane change in 50 meters. Driving. This country will show you nuts, man. If you don't have confidence, if you don't have enough confidence with you to drive in this country, man, just stick to the bus. Cause so I check on my time. I'm like, I need to leave. I start my car. I make a straight diagonal turn towards the far left lane, like the most center lane, so that I can make a left turn. Just making my left turn, it's only like less than 500 meters. I'm supposed to join the highway. After joining the highway, it's only like 3.1 kilometers. I'm supposed to exit again. Where? At Dixon. But that scared me, man. No way. That was a very bad experience. But really, that's when I started realizing, when you're mentally overwhelmed, it can take so much toll on you, to a point you are focused, but by the end of the day, you are making up very small and silly, stupid mistake that could have been avoided by just being mentally stable. What am I saying? Roads don't need someone who is not mentally stable. Okay? So, tell me why, after I am done with whatever I'm doing in that address, and I need to leave, it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, you know what? Let me go some side hustle. Let me start doing Uber. Tell me why. I'm like, I open my app and a very good deal. No, in the first place, like 2 orders, I get not so much, like not so good deal that will make me go. No, I cancel, and then my 3rd order comes. How much? Oh my god, $18. How many minutes? 6 minutes. That deal was so good. Who wouldn't have grabbed it, man? I didn't even want to know where it's going. Click, match. Immediately head to your pickup station. Mimi huyo. running like no one's business. I arrive at the restaurant. Tell me why this restaurant and what is on the map are not matching. But when I walk in, this guy who is closing out like the store is trying to put the chairs in order and everything. I walk in and I'm like, is this the same store with this? And then he confirms yes. So he's like, are you here for he tells me, I'm not even the one telling him, I'm like, he's telling me, are you here for this order? And then I'm like, yes. How do you know? Because so many people have come for the same order, and those are like, I think you're the 7th person. You, they were the 7th? Okay. So he starts explaining to me, a guy came and he picked up that order, and then he didn't even confirm, like verify the order. He didn't complete the order that is picked up, and he went. And this is a guy who is doing deliveries. So what happens? He leaves with the order. So the restaurant is not responsible for making another order for any other person. And that is why Uber is trying to compensate the customer by paying higher rates to new drivers who are going to pick up the order, while the order was not even picked up. Yo. So I'm here, I'm just listening to this guy telling me that sweet story. And then I'm like, yo, what are you telling me? You know how much I'm missing? And then he goes ahead to ask me, how much did you spend to come here? I'm like, yo, bro, I wish you knew I just didn't come from far. I just crossed the road. That was a good thing. But I'm like, how would someone have the audacity of picking someone's order and canceling it, and they have it? No, that is not even the meal. No, that's not what we do in 2025. Please. So the guy tells me how good that story was, and then I end up asking him, so did he tell you he's going to eat that food? We end up laughing because there's nothing else we could have done. So my ride ends up being cancelled. Not even big. I cancelled my ride myself because no way I'm gonna deliver nothing. So I cancel immediately. I get another order, like it's not even far from there. I'm like, no, because I was already in the mood of that order, let me just grab this and then I can go home. I grab my order in the next restaurant. So on leaving that restaurant, tell me why I tell myself, because the restaurant is facing this side, okay? And then the building where the restaurant is like an, is it an L? An inverted L. So it's facing the other way, okay? So the restaurant is on this small L, and then there's a longer stream of the building. So where I'm supposed to exit and come, in my mind, that is what I thought. I'm supposed to exit and come immediately to this side of the lane where the building is. Who told me that? I also don't know. Really? So one hack I use to know that I'm driving on the correct lane in this country, because it's a totally different driving lane. Like totally, the side you drive on the roads in this country is different. What do I mean? We drive on the right. So how do I know I am driving on the right side? I ensure that my car and myself, we are sitting on my right side road. We are sitting, like we are driving on the side, on the road that is on my right hand, okay? So I put my roads like this. So if these are two roads and they have like a barrier on the center, I am sure that I am driving on that far right. Get me? So tell me why my mind draws that I'm supposed to go to this lane, and I start diverting towards the L, the longer L of the building, to get an exit that's gonna be easier. I go all the way to the end of the building only for my map to tell me make a U-turn. Why? Because I have to go from my drawing board where I came in to exit from there. I make my very right U-turn. I start taking my turn. You know what? On turning, tell me why I am taking a left turn immediately in the left lane, in the wrong side. Like I've just exited, immediate lane, that is what I'm taking. And then I realize, shit, this car doesn't feel in the right place. I reverse and then I exit. And then the worst part is it's just like a distance of like 70 meters, and then there's a curb in between the road, and then there's traffic lights, and then I'm supposed to turn left. So tell me how I would have avoided that curb. I wouldn't have crossed over to the other side. There's no way I would have turned left from this left lane. It wouldn't have made sense. Either way, I reversed, I joined my right lane, and then I went to the most center lane. That's where you turn your left. That's how I got my way out. And after that delivery, I was like, no, I'm done. I'm out of these roads. Today is not that day. And you know what? This week is not those days I'm going out, doing nothing, doing shit. No. This week, I'm just me, myself, and I. What is the point? Loving myself, treating myself, having enough sleep, because that is what I deserve. That is what a baby girl deserves. That is what, you know? Yeah, sometimes it's not all about doing everything and anything every time. It's just about being yourself, listening to what your body wants, listening to what you feel, you know? Because, tell me why all of you guys are very good. No, you can't just be good. No. So guys, that is my driving chronicles in this country. Those are just 3 episodes that I encountered. I'll come back with more of driving chronicles in the road, and until then, I'm gonna catch up with you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye bye.